Good evening, Lakeview families. This is Principal Scott Hein, and I am so excited to welcome your child and your family to Lakeview Intermediate for our new school year. It's not starting off the way we had hoped, but we are really working hard here at Lakeview to get our continuous learning plan ready, get Chromebooks in the hands of your kids, so that on August 24th we can get learning started again at Lakeview. So tonight in this video, I appreciate your time as I cover some of the basis of what's going to happen the next 2 weeks so you know what to expect. And I'd appreciate your time in watching the entire video and also looking at the links that are attached to it. So first off, things I'm going to cover in this video are when you're going to hear from your child's teacher, when you're going to get a Chromebook and what to do, what the pickup schedule is going to be like for getting those Chromebooks. What is Schoology? The Schoology program that's going to be the main way that kids communicate, interact with their teachers, and how they learn. And finally, what the daily schedule during continuous learning plan is going to look like for Lakeview Intermediate students. So let's get started first off with the call from a teacher. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday the 11th, and Wednesday the 12th, those will be the 2 days our teachers are going to start to work through their lists and call parents who are currently assigned to their classes. Now, I have to alert you, classes sometimes change as we get closer to the start of school based on the needs of kids, the class. So it's not necessarily locked in, but we really try to keep it locked in. So I just want to let you know, a little disclaimer, that the class could change, but it rarely does. So we hope that when you'll be excited when you hear from your child's teacher, and generally that will stay the same. And your child will hear from their teacher and get to know who that is with that brief phone call. Your child doesn't have to get on the phone, but you can let your child know who their teacher is. And then today, Yukon Schools to your email should have sent you a Chromebook agreement form, and we've also attached it to this video post and email. So that agreement needs to be completed, and then you want to come to the building with a screenshot of that on your phone at your Chromebook pickup time to show the teacher that you have completed the agreement form. So make sure you get that agreement done before next week, starting on the 17th. Then, in the next 2 days, when your child's teacher calls and introduces themselves and talks to you about the Chromebook, the main thing that you need to talk about is they're going to get you scheduled for a time to come up to the school and meet the teacher in person and get your child's Chromebook, get it opened up, get logged in to Schoology, and see how it all works and ask any questions that you have. So this is a really, really important time so that your child goes home ready to go, knowing what to do on the 24th of August to log in and be engaged with her class and get learning. So that's going to be really important. So it's like scheduling parent-teacher conferences. You want to make sure it's a time that you can come. One parent will be allowed to come with each child. So each family, 2 people coming in the building, you and your child, both with a mask on, will be directed straight to that classroom. Teacher gives you the Chromebook, open it up, log in, check the agreement form, give you a little quick training and tutorial on how everything's going to work, and send you on your way with the device. So that's the most important thing from the phone call the next 2 days. Make sure you get that time scheduled down. Remember when that is, and that is when you will come up to the school with your child to meet the teacher and get the Chromebook. Schoology. Schoology is a program, it's called a learning management system, or an LMS, which is basically a way to facilitate online learning and make it easy for teachers to teach, kids to learn, look at a calendar, assignments, resources, have class discussions. It's basically a great way to take learning online, and our teachers and I, we're all working to learn how to use it. We're excited about the capabilities that we're going to have to communicate with you and your kids via Schoology. So it's going to be important. It kind of looks like almost like a social media feed, but it's definitely not a social media page. But it kind of looks like it in the fact that your kids will have a feed with updates from their teachers. Assignments will be posted. They'll have links to go to each class, just like you as a parent might have a link to go to a group in Facebook. Schoology has links to go to each kid's class, communicate with their teacher, ask questions, see recorded videos of the live class if they couldn't attend the live class. All that will be available on the Schoology platform. And so that's really exciting. And so that's a program that your kids and you will want to get familiar with. And even when COVID is over and we're back in regular in-person school, we anticipate using Schoology for a long, long time because it really adds an element and enhances the collaboration and communication between child, parent, and teacher throughout learning. Okay, so let's get into the daily schedule. So once we start school on August 24th, we actually at 8:30 in the morning will have a morning welcome via Schoology from me or my counselors or assistant principal, Miss Tazi, and we will have a welcome for the day. Kind of like our Lakeview Liftoff morning assembly, we want to spend some time with our kids first thing in the morning, and we're working on what that's going to look like. But there'll be an 8:30 either live video or recorded video to watch at 8:30. And then at 8:45, instruction starts. We will have 6 blocks of time for students to have learning or specials or intervention time. There'll be 4 blocks of learning, 1 for each core subject, for English, math, science, and social studies. Then they'll have their specialty hour for 4th and 5th grades, so art, music, PE, STEM, or tech lit. And 6th graders have 2 elective hours. And so that's your 6 hours of the day. And then there's also a lunch block for about 55 minutes in the middle of the day for your kids to take a break. So basically your child will be engaged in a school schedule from about 8:30 in the morning until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we like having that schedule every day, and we recommend that you prepare your child for that routine of learning. Now, if you can't be online that day, your child can't be online, videos and assignments will all be recorded and they can be accessed later, and that's okay, but nothing replaces being in there live with the teacher when the lesson is actually happening. So we really hope that each of our families will make it a priority as much as you can with your daily schedule to have your kids follow our continuous learning plan schedule every day. And kids need that routine to get up out of bed, have breakfast, start there with their morning assembly time with us, and then get into their first hour, second hour, third hour, and a routine of learning, which is something we did not have in April and May, and we're really excited to be offering that. In the afternoon, we have small group Zoom time, teacher office hour time, so there'll be opportunities for you and your child to communicate with the teacher either through a one-on-one Zoom meeting or a phone call, email, whatever. There'll be opportunities to work with the teacher all the way until 3:10 in the afternoon. But your child's learning day will basically be 8:30 to about 1 o'clock. Occasionally may be called in later to do a meeting with the teacher, a check-in, or maybe if your child needs some extra help in math or reading, a small group time, they might have that with a teacher after the 1 o'clock time as well. So that's kind of an overview of what it's going to look like. Bottom line, we are really excited to welcome you and your child to Lakeview Intermediate. Many of you are new with us. We are committed. Our school mission is building pathways to success for all students. And some students finding a path is easy. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle, and they need some extra support to get from to reaching their goal. And we're committed, no matter what, to each of you and your children to build that pathway. That's what we're doing with this whole continuous learning plan. We are building a pathway to success. We are creating something new, working very hard right now, and we appreciate your support, grace, trust as we work towards making learning happen in 2020, 2021. So thanks again. Please review the attached materials, and we look forward to seeing you come into our hallways at your scheduled time during Chromebook deployment the week of the 17th. Thanks again. Have a great evening, and welcome to Lakeview Intermediate.